All right, Noel. So I went back to the drawing board to relook at this whole entire scenario and see exactly what's going on here because your site didn't seem like it would likely be what's pulling the traffic for you. Um, but anyway, went back to the drawing board, scouted out the whole entire situation, and want to share with you what I came up with. It was great speaking with you, and I super appreciate this opportunity to be able to share with you what I found out. All right, and I know you're very educated on how all of this works, so some of it'll be repetitious that you already know, but just bear with me, okay? So obviously, when your future customers are Googling landscape Kirkland, the first part that comes up, of course, is the map pack here. And ideally, businesses want to be in the top three. That's all that shows when the results come up, and it's really important to make sure that you're in the top three. Now, you are in there, which is great. You are in 11th place. And so when I pull up your local map listing, here it is. And it's got good pictures, so that's helpful. It's got 2 good reviews, which is also helpful. You've been around for a long time. It's a quality company, and I'm thinking that the traffic is likely generated from this map listing because what is just below the Google Map Pack right here is what's called organic listings, and that's all these listings down here. Ideally, of course, we want businesses to be on the first page of this and then ranking as high up as they possibly can. I did sort through for quite a while and didn't see Pinewood anywhere in the organic listings down here, and that's really important. And so this is what leads me to believe that your site is not what is pulling in the traffic, okay? What I did next is I went ahead and grabbed your top competitor, the person sitting highest ranked for your area and for your search result, and that was Green Spaces, okay? So I pulled your site, I pulled their site, and then we're going to walk through a little bit more of a comparison on exactly what they've got going on and what you got going on. So here's your site, of course. It is, I love the color, first of all, and I love the pictures right here. That's great. Like you were saying, it's pretty basic in the information that there is. Now, what Google wants to see, Google constantly crawls the internet, constantly, and they go through every single page of the internet looking for content, which is key, and looking for keywords, right? So what Google wants to see on the very first page of any website is 1,500 words of command content. Throughout that 1,500 words of command content, what they also want to see is keywords, organic keywords, trickled throughout that content. Okay, so I went ahead and I pulled the numbers on yours just to take a look, and you are roughly coming in at just under 200 words of content. So clearly that needs to be brought up tremendously. And then, throughout the command content, we want to sprinkle in the keywords. So landscaping Kirkland, landscape Kirkland, Pinewood landscaping Kirkland, Washington, these sorts of things sprinkled throughout your page so that Google recognizes when your target audience is searching that that's what they're searching for. They match it up with your site, and then what ends up happening is you start claiming those ranks in the organic traffic that I was talking about. All right, so then let's take a look here at Green Spaces. So here's their site. It's very aesthetically pleasing when you first come into it. It's got some visuals that are shifting, which is wonderful. They've got some information too. Again, good pictures. They've got some good font. The problem is the same here with their site, is that they don't have enough content. Like I was saying, Google wants 1,500 words. in order to rank you higher and to give you more credibility. They're only running at 633 total words of content on their front page, so they're not even half of the way there either. What that tells me is that this site is absolutely beatable, right? And so if our target goal is to get you into their spot, higher in those ranks, it's definitely doable. So what I then did was I pulled both your site and your top competitor, Green Spaces, and I put them into my website crawler tool. And what this is going to do is this is going to give us all of the detailed information and what's going on with each site. So I started out with yours. That's right here. Now I want to point out to you the two most important factors is your UR and your DR. Okay, so what your UR is your trust rating. What your DR is your power rating. How these two numbers right here are configured is they're configured by backlink power. What a backlink is a shout out from another site. Another site has a link going from their site to yours, which gives you 1, exposure, and 2, credibility, right? You've got 9 organic keywords that are sprinkled throughout your content. And what all of this collaboratively together brings to your business is an organic traffic of 14 folks that are entering into the Google search engine, are ultimately clicking on your site and either giving you a call or whatever would have you. It's generating 14 folks a month to your site. Okay, so then when we look at the comparison and we look at Green Spaces, we've got, again, their trust factor rating right here. We've got their power rating right here. Now, they've got 472 backlinks coming into their site. But what this tells me, with that many backlinks, the backlinks that they have are not power, okay? Not all backlinks are created equal. Quality versus quantity is incredibly important in the realm of backlinks, okay? So what that tells me is that, again, this site is very beatable with higher powered backlinks, not necessarily needing to have as many, just having more powerful ones. Now, they've got 552 organic keywords sprinkled throughout their content of their site. Again, this is beatable. This is just what they currently are working with. So when you put all of this together for their site, what's happening is they are bringing in organic traffic of 703 folks a month that are clicking on their site, going to their site, retaining their services, whatever, what have you. The bottom line here is that's a lot of traffic. And I know that you said that you were busy and you've got, enough work and everything going on. But don't limit yourself. If you had this kind of traffic coming in, get a second location, get more trucks, more employees, expand, grow, whatever, what have you. The numbers are here. This is real-time data that's showing exactly what's going on with your site and their site. And there is a lot of potential here. So just to recap with your listing here, being in 11th spot, we could add some more pictures, get you some more reviews. That would shoot you right up the ranks. Additionally, citations are important. A citation is any time that your business name, your business address, and your telephone number are listed on Google. Google constantly crawls for that as well. And additional registrations, or citations as they call them, would easily move you up the ranks. Now, quantity is far more than important than quality in the citation realm. You just want to be beating your competitor with citations by a landslide. If that's the case, you'll move right up into one of those top 3 spots. Next, we went over the site. The site, is a good foundation, and obviously it's been serving you well, and that's wonderful. It could be boosted up, or it could... you could boost it up. I personally would just rebuild the whole thing. And just when you're looking at your competitor's site versus yours, it's just a whole different ball game. And so that's personally what my recommendation would be. However, if that's not the route that you wanted to go, again, adding in all of that content, those 1,500 words, command, excuse me, 1,500 words of command content, and then organic keywords trickled throughout would help tremendously. Then, of course, we went over their site and what they've got going on. And yeah, backlinks. You've got 41. They're looking at 472, and backlinks are something that can be established. They aren't instantaneous. That does take a little bit of time to kind of build up, but there is no reason that I can see in any of this information that their site is without a doubt beatable. And obviously beating them would put you in their position to take over all of this traffic. So I really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate you taking a look at all this, and I very much enjoyed our conversation that we had, and I would greatly appreciate some feedback. I'm not too far from you. I'm just over here in Bellevue, and yeah, I hope the rest of the weekend is fantastic to you, and I will get this sent over.